All right, y'all, I am back with part two. These are the 9 nonfiction books I read for the month of June. I didn't do a video on all these, so it may be a little bit more on the ramble, but once again, I'm going to be rating and ranking. And I'm going to start off this list with the number 9 pick and also a 2-star recommendation. This was a souvenir book that I picked up when I was in New Orleans earlier this year. And while it's a good memory, it wasn't necessarily a good read. This is going to be one that probably is sold with the ghost tour that it's based off of. And although the introduction makes it very clear that they are the premier experts in New Orleans when it comes to this, it also makes it very clear that maybe their expertise is based on some flimsy urban legends that may be a little bit inconsiderate to the indigenous community. When we start off the very first chapter, Haunting 101, the very first sentence is, according to legend, the Indians once used the vast swamp that became New Orleans as a sacred burial place. Yeah, case closed, I guess. Number 8 on my list is also going to be another souvenir that I picked up in New Orleans and another 2-star recommendation. This book is actually referenced in the first book, my number 9 pick, and was written in the 1940s by a white man. So once again, not a lot of nuance when it comes to covering a subject that is not of their culture, and yet still better than my number 9 pick. Let's shrug off those 2-star ratings and move on up to those 3-star ratings that I have for the month. Number 7 is going to be a self-help poetry collection, Watering the Soul. This is one that my sister left while she was going through law school. Even though it's not necessarily a book that I would have picked up for myself, it was a quick read. It was a positive read. Number 6 on my list is a book that was published in the 1960s by a doctor and once again was left by my sister. This is In Case of Emergency. I have been on a bit of a zombie kick when it comes to what I've been reading, so of course I feel like I did something with this book. I guess you can say the information is outdated because when this was published, the Heimlich maneuver was not around just yet, but of the outdated medical texts that I have read, this seems like it is the most practical. And if it was apocalypse, and if you had no other reference or reading materials to help you when you pick up your new profession as the only doctor left in the world. Number 5 is going to be an audiobook, and yes, audiobooks are reading. It just happens to come from a company that does not need our support. And yet, I still have a subscription. I use this to learn a little bit more about Usher with a very short listen, The Last Showman. My number 4 pick on the list is going to be this memoir about a woman who left her job in the publishing industry and moved to Silicon Valley. We have Uncanny Valley. And my number 3 pick is going to go to another audiobook listen from a platform that has all the money. This one was on early American sex scandals. Let me tell you, politics certainly hasn't changed in the United States. Very sobering read about our founding fathers, what they were doing, and how women tended to suffer all the repercussions. Number 2 on my list is the first part of Cher's memoir. You know I love a good celebrity read, and this had all the information about her early life. I cannot wait for the second book to come out. I'm hoping because it's going to be about her movie career and possibly her musical career past the 70s, that I'm going to like it more. So I'm going to say that this is a 3-star read, but we'll see how my opinion changes after I read both volumes. My number 1 pick of the month is also going to be the only 4-star nonfiction recommendation on this list. We have Everything is Tuberculosis. This is a quick scientific read that really includes a lot of personal elements to help explain why this is such an important subject, an important disease even today. And this would be a good time to plug 2 accounts. We have the account that suggested this book, make sure you're following her, and also the account that guessed my rating. Basically, the information in this book is badass. Those ladies are badass. So you better make sure that you're picking up this book and following those accounts.